Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Disney Talk Tuesdays. I am Daniela, and as you can see, Miguel is missing tonight once again. He had some things that he had to do for work. Thankfully, he's present so he can take care of the kids if they cry, so I will be able to be present here with y'all. So, tonight, I wanted to share with you guys my Walt Disney World love story. I thought it would be a lot of fun to just take you on a journey from like when I was born till present day regarding my love story with Walt Disney World. Now, initially you probably think my love story with Miguel and Walt Disney World, but tonight I'm actually just going to talk about me. Hey, welcome in Arjons. Hey, Zoe Cunningham. Good to see you guys here. Let me go ahead and pull up the chat on the iPad so I can see the chat going by and turn the volume off. So tonight that's what I want to share with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Pretty much what I'm going to do is separate my life into 4 categories that I will call. Hey, welcome in, Alyssa. Good to see you. The first category will be the Wonder Years, which would be my baby kid years at Disney. The second category is Lost in Pleasure Island, which is the teen years. Then we will have the sweetheart years, which would be my young adulthood years when I met Miguel, and then my current state of parenthood at Disney. So I'm really excited. I had a last minute idea, and yeah, I'm excited to share with you guys. And I'd love to hear what your guys' story is. So if you haven't done this yet, I would love to hear about your love story with Walt Disney World and what it's been like for you guys till present day. So yeah, we'll start off with the Wonder Years. I have been to Disney so much. I am a born and raised Floridian. I was born in South Florida, where you live in Central Florida now. My family, specifically my mom, loved Disney so much. They are from Argentina, so we had a lot of family come and visit us from Argentina that wanted to visit Walt Disney World every single time. It was really cool. I think my first trip, and I can correct myself later, but my first trip to Walt Disney World was when I was 1. I mean, I can't remember a day not being at Disney, pretty much. And we have footage from that day and age of when I was at Disney as a 1-year-old in this huge, like, white crib. It was so ancient. But it was really cool to be able to look back on that, and I'm glad that my parents kept that type of footage. So what was cool about it is, like, as a kid, you know, going to Disney, of course it's going to be wonderful. And that's why I call it the Wonder Years. Like, everything was just awing then. Everything about Disney was amazing. I loved it. And specifically, every time we had someone come from Argentina to visit, it was so cool seeing it from their perspective for the first time ever all over again. So I felt like I was in a constant state of just wonder and awe of everything that Disney had to offer. I mean, we had gone to Magic Kingdom so many times, I can't even recount the amount of times I had gone as a kid. But it was so fun. It was great to even come up as like a child, like just following my parents along as they went around the parks, to becoming an older kid, kind of guiding everyone to the next ride, or how we get this fast pass, or how do we, you know, what you don't want to miss out on. And it was just a lot of fun. Those Wonder Years I will always hold dear in my heart, and I'm so grateful for my parents and my mom specifically to make that happen for us. Like, she made it a priority for us to be able to go to Disney, and it was really cool. I will say that it was our family trips. We never went anywhere else really during my childhood. My brothers did when they were younger. But hey, welcome in, Noah. Disney was our place to go as a family trip, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of times we never actually had annual passes. Hey, welcome BR fam, good to see you. Smash that like button, thanks for the reminder. Go ahead and hit that like button, you guys, if you haven't yet. It really helps our streams out, and we really appreciate it. But yeah, as I was saying, we never actually had annual passes growing up. As Florida residents, we have a ton of Florida resident discounts that we would typically get to get into the parks. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So our big family trips would be to Disney, and that pretty much sums up the Wonder Years portion of the evening for me. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it as a kid, and honestly, looking back, you know, sometimes parents worry, like, did I give my kid too much Disney in their childhood? And honestly, looking back, like, I wouldn't have spent it any other way. I love those times at Disney, and I cherish them, and I remember a lot of them. Um, but I will say this, it led me into my teen years where I did become a little bit dissatisfied with Disney. This is why I called it Lost in Pleasure Island, my teen years, because I lost the magic. I lost the ability to see the magic. Yes, Disney creates the best memories. Totally, totally. That's what I love about Disney. So yeah, during these teen years, I was a thrill seeker. I just wanted to go on the thrill rides, on the roller coasters, the scarier, the better, the faster, the awesomer, the higher, you know, I just wanted to go to the thrill seeking amusement parks. And that's when Busch Gardens came in, and Universal Studios, and Six Flags. Like, whenever it was a choice between Disney and one of these, I would totally choose the opposite. Like, I did not want to go to Disney again. I had just this unquenchable desire for a thrill. Like, I could not do anything that was scarier. I still had like a goal of going to, I think it's Cedars Point in Ohio, which is a really crazy roller coaster place. I don't know if anyone's ever been there. If you have, let me know in the comments. I never got to do it. At this point, I don't really care too much to. It would be a nice experience, but my body just doesn't take it all the same as it used to. So yeah, the thrill seeker, and then I just got bored with Disney. Disney just didn't give me the thrills that I wanted, and it was always just the same old, same old. Cedar Point is awesome. Very cool, Arjan. So you have been there. What did you think? It was awesome. How old were you when you went there? I'm wondering if it still should be like a goal or a bucket list that I should go to. But yeah, I don't know if I can handle all the jerkiness. I mean, I can barely handle Space Mountain nowadays, which I love, but it's very jerky. At least I hear that the one in Walt Disney World is more jerky than the one at Disneyland. You were older. Wow, okay, cool. Maybe I'll still give it a try. But yeah, so that was my teen years. I feel like I got lost, and I lost the Disney magic, and I went over to the dark side and enjoyed Universal and Six Flags and Busch Gardens and just cheated on Disney. It wasn't good. But then come my sweetheart years. My ex-wife is from Ohio, so we went every year. Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's really cool. Next time we see you in person, we'll have to chit-chat about that. There's, I think, a science museum out there that Miguel had been wanting to go to, and I had been always wanting to go to Cedar Point, so. But anyway, so I meet Miguel, my young adulthood years. And it was really cool because Miguel was a Disney noob. Like, he had gone to Disney maybe a handful of times since childhood. Not nearly as much as my family had gone. So when I started going with Miguel to Disney, and when we were dating, and he came along on trips with my family, it was like a whole new experience. First of all, if you know Miguel in person, like, he's a very smart guy and a put together guy, and he can give you a serious type of vibe, but he's hilarious. And at Disney, it like turned him into just this kid that was in wonder of, like, in awe of how awesome Disney does their thing, like their magical experience that they give people and the details that they have. Which, by the way, Resort TV 1 just came out with a new series called Disney and the Details, which I think is really cool. If you haven't checked that out, check them out. I love to think about Disney and all their details that they put into what they do. It's really cool. So anyways, it was awesome being able to see it now from Miguel's perspective. Someone who hadn't gone as much, who was a Floridian like me, and it really just gave him pure joy and pleasure. So it was almost like I was able to get part of his magic again within me. So it was very cool. So much so that we got engaged at Disney. A lot of you may not know that. I know we've shared it a couple of times in the past, but Miguel proposed to me at Hollywood Studios. It was a lot of fun. It was a really hot day, but it wasn't supposed to be a hot day. I'd have to tell that story to you guys sometime with him here, but it was fun. It was great, and it was during, if y'all remember, the Osborne Lights display. It was so cool. Has anyone in the chat been to the Osborne Lights display? Do you miss it? Are you ready for something new? Did you enjoy it not being around? I mean, I personally loved it. We love going there every year. It was so fun. It was part of the Christmas season for us, so it was a little bit of an adjustment to see them get rid of that portion of it. But I mean, I'll tell you what, they've done excellent with the shows that they had provided at least last year at Hollywood Studios. I can't remember what it was called. I know there was Jingle Bell Jingle Jam, Jingle Bell Jingle Bam. You can correct me in the comments or right now in live. I forget what it was called, but yeah, what they've done is pretty cool. But I really missed the Osborne Lights display. Anyway, so we got engaged then, and that was so cool. Being able to experience Disney with Miguel after that, once we got married, it was awesome. Like, we lived in South Florida, so we were about 3 hours away from Disney, but we would plan these getaway trips to Disney that were like one-nighters or two-nighters. You'd stay at Pop Century or stay at one of the all-star resorts, get a Florida discount, and just enjoy Disney together. We actually got our first annual pass when we got married. I don't remember which year. I'm sure he'd remember. But it was our escape from real life and from the cruelty of adulthood and adulting. It was good though. What's up? I got my wife into Disney. She at first thought it was overrated. Laugh out loud. Took her to Disneyland for her first time at age 27. Laugh out loud. She's 30 now. Total Disney freak now. That's crazy. She went to Disneyland for the first time at 27. Wow. Welcome in, human person. Hey. Oh, no worries. You're good. Interrupt away. Yeah, Joey, that's so cool. Miguel actually has never been to Disneyland. We were foolish. We were foolish those early years. We thought we were broke. We weren't broke then. We could have totally gone to Disneyland back then before kids. But I had been to Disneyland, but I was really young, so I don't remember it as well. California Adventures, I don't think was even around yet. I can't remember too well. But we would definitely love to go back there because I just don't have a recollection of it. And I think it would be cool to experience it together. But that's really cool that you like brought on the Disney love into your family. It's really cool. Yeah, so as I was saying, we would just escape to Disney, and it was just so much fun to get away from just the stress of real life and to be able to have a place where we can just both just be kids again and just enjoy each other and enjoy Disney. And I feel like every single time, you know, some people say you'll get used to it, you'll get bored of it. I feel like there was something to enjoy that was different every time we went, even though we're Floridians and we can go often. I feel like, yeah, there was a new experience just around the corner, just around the river bend every single time. Hey, Meg, welcome in. We're just giving a little storytelling here. My bad for interrupting your story. No, Joey, it was awesome. I really appreciate some feedback. I'm going to Disneyland in a week. If I could send you a postcard maybe from inside the parks. If not, I could still send one. That would be awesome, human person. We would love that. Yeah, we don't have a Disneyland postcard. That would be really cool. Ooh, what story? Hey, Meg. So what I've been doing tonight is just giving my Walt Disney World love story. Not meaning my love story with Miguel and Disney, but just my love story with Disney. So you missed out on a little bit. I can recap real quick for you, but my first section was the Wonder Years when I was a kid and how wonderful Disney was then. And then I got lost in Pleasure Island during my teen years because I was a thrill seeker and I lost the magic that Disney brought. It was very sad, although I just really wanted to go on all sorts of thrill rides. So I cheated on Disney and went to Busch Gardens and Universal and Six Flags. You know how it goes. Anyways, but then my sweetheart years, which is where I'm at now, I met Miguel. And Miguel was a Disney noob. and it was awesome to just see him experience Disney in a whole new. I was able to experience Disney through a whole different lens, and so it brought the magic back for me. So I'm just talking about our married years when we first got married, how we took trips up to Central Florida and just really enjoyed ourselves, to just get away and unplug from real life and just enjoy what Disney's magic had to offer. So it was just a sweet time. That's why I call it the sweetheart years. It was such a sweet time for us and a great time to reconnect. It was great. Laugh out loud. I would cheat on Disney with Universal. Yep, it's true. I did. Lost in Pleasure Island. That's why it's called that, because I was lost in the pleasure of thrill seeking. So yeah, yeah. Those years, I seriously, like, we were married for 5 years before we started having kids, and we thoroughly enjoyed all 5 of those years, in some way with Disney. I don't regret a minute of it. I loved every minute of it. So, hey, welcome in our Disney adventures. We are just doing some storytelling tonight. I am in my last section of my story, which is the Parenthood Years. I didn't really have a catchy name for that one because I literally came up with the idea 2 minutes, maybe 10 minutes before going on the stream. Anyway, so Parenthood Years. It brings a whole different type of magic to Disney, being a parent. Like, well, I've loved Disney. Like, when I was a kid, loved it with Miguel when we were just starting going together. But now as a parent, it's just so different. It's beautiful in a great way. I see things so differently than when I was a kid, seeing him through Alex's eyes and his excitement and his enthusiasm to see different things. And I mean, this is just the beginning. Like, he's only 3, and he just enjoys it so much. I can only imagine how much better it gets as they get older. With Alex, like, everything is exciting, and it's cool to feel like the wonder years of when I was a kid come back to me, being able to experience it through his eyes now, which is awesome. So there's Alex, and then there's Gabby. I get excited when I see kids get so excited at Disney, and they're not even my kids yet. Totally, Meg. Yeah, I mean, that was me. I was like the super aunt. I had like 6 nieces and nephews, and it was fun going with them to Disney and experience it through their eyes. But it's so different when it's your own kid, because you're like, let me show you all the awesome things that I've experienced. You need to see it all. So much excitement. And he's so enthusiastic and so excited about certain things. Like, for a while there, he loved Dumbo. Right now, he's been loving pin trading. He just loves, like, the Magic Carpet Ride and the safari. So it's just really cool. But what I was going to say is with Alex now, there's a different excitement with him than there will be with Gabby. I have so much fun with your kids at Disney. Arjan's, we have so much fun with you at Disney. It's awesome. And Arjan's experience, what I'm about to say, Gabby is a completely different child. She just loves life. Not that Alex doesn't, but she is just an explorer and enjoys everything as well. And I mean, I have a whole realm of Disney princesses that opens up to me now with Gabby around that wasn't open to me before. So there's so much to experience with Gabby that I haven't even gotten to yet. So I'm just super excited that our story is to be continued right now. Like, the Parenthood years have been cool, and I just have to say that I just really enjoy each stage of life at Disney. This is all the Walt Disney World Love Story is about, is just my different stages of life at Disney. Who said? Meg said, laugh out loud, taking my kid on the Haunted Mansion. Let me show you what I love about Disney. That's hilarious. No, more like going on Main Street Trolley with my kids. I mean, that's gonna be epic when Alex will be old enough so he could dance with me. But not too old that he would be embarrassed that his mom wants to dance with him to the Main Street Trolley song. Could you imagine? You could see it now, right? Oh man, yeah. So I'm excited. It's cool. If you guys enjoy this, I would love to hear your Walt Disney World love story. What has been something that you've enjoyed about Walt Disney World as you've gotten older? Something that you remembered as a kid that you really enjoyed? I remember as a kid, like 101 Dalmatians was like probably my number one favorite movie. I just love dogs and puppies. And they had a whole like, I remember a picture that I had in front of like a whole 101 Dalmatians like exhibit area back in the day. And it was just so fun to see that. And I remember the Honey the Shrunk the Kids playground. Oh, that was so much fun as a kid. I don't know if anyone in the chat remembers that, but that was so exciting. I'm gonna need to do a whole show just like things that I missed that we can just reminisce on. Because yeah, there's so many things that I remember that I'm like, oh, I wish Alex could have experienced that. And that's the interesting part about Disney, is like there's a mix of like nostalgia of like remembering the old, but also excited for like the new things that they have to come, which there are plenty to talk about. It's cool though, because for example, I grew up with Toy Story, and I love Toy Story, but then to see him relive like the love for Toy Story that I have, that now he has because of Toy Story Land, and it, you know, came back, like that's so exciting. I love when that type of thing happens. OMG, the monorail and the trolley. And let me tell you, Alex loves the monorail. I have done him right in this world by showing him the excitement you can have on a monorail. Like, we probably don't even need to pay for Disney tickets. We could just go on that monorail and do those 4 resorts all day long. Human person says, wait, MK has trolleys like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood trolleys, or horse-drawn ones? Not horse-drawn ones. I think like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but I don't really recall. I actually can't remember too many of my childhood memories of the Disney parks. So when I went as an adult, it allowed me to fall in love all over again with Disney. That's so cool. That's probably similar to Miguel. He didn't have that many experiences as a kid at Disney, but he remembers some of them. But yeah, falling in love with Disney all over again as an adult it's so special. Like, it's just so different. You just are able to notice things. It's kind of like watching the Disney movies when you're an adult as opposed to a kid. Like, you get why they put certain things in, or why they took certain, like, you get the jokes all of a sudden, and you get the magic behind some of those Disney movies and things that they put in. But yeah, very cool. Well, thanks again, you guys, so much for being here. I am going to... Oh, Megan, one more comment. Go ahead, Megan. But my mom had me dressed as every Disney princess for Halloween. I'm the only girl in my family, so my mom loved the princesses with me. That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me with Gabby. Yep, I'm going to introduce her to all the princesses. I am so excited. She's the only girl in our family because we're not having any more kids. I am 2 and done, just in case no one knew that. Oh, hopefully that's true, because what if I have a 3rd child and the 3rd child hears this video one day? Gotta cut saying that. We love meeting the princesses. That's really cool. That's something that we even haven't experienced yet with Alex, because he was so scared of the characters for a while there that we haven't gone to do any of the meet and greets yet. So I'm really excited for that. Arjan says, I thought you were having 4 more. Yeah, if you talk to Miguel, we're having a soccer team over here. My mom wanted 6 kids. They ended up with 4. Oh, that's hilarious. I thought I wanted 4 kids, but then I saw what that looks like. That's exhausting. I don't know. I'm still, you know, my kids are 3 and 1, so it's a hard age. Hey, Stacy, welcome in. Good to see you. Our Disney World Adventures. My sister has the same puzzle in the background. Oh, yes, right. The Aladdin. I love the Thomas Kincaid puzzles and pictures. They're just so beautiful. They're like one of my favorite things, art-wise, at Disney. The Beauty and the Beast one's pretty cool too. What I love about them, and this one doesn't have it, but I don't know if you guys know, the Thomas Kincaid pictures have like little hidden characters in them. I keep pointing at this one like as if it's there, but it's not. So it's fun to just like walk around the store at Disney Springs, I think they have it, and find the little characters. It's kind of fun. Little tidbit. think I missed one. There we go. My parents wanted one, then I came along and made a scene. That's awesome, human person. Yeah, my brother often says that if they had their third first, they probably wouldn't have any more kids. So. But here they are with 4 kids, so there goes that. You kind of forget at some point. I hope I never forget. I think I'm going to write everything down and just say, don't do it, no matter what. Don't give in. Meg says, we are all 2 years apart, so it was a handful for my mom. My dad was always working, so she had to really deal with us. Yeah, I can't even imagine. 2 years apart is really close. I'd be dying. That's a lot. It's a lot. And there's 4 of you? Yeah. Gosh. 1, 3, 5, and 7. It's just a lot of needs to be met. And there's only 1 of you. And especially if your husband's working. Oh, I can't imagine it. Yeah. If we have more, we would have to space it out a ton. Oh, man. Stacy says, hey, Meg, I forgot to tell you on Walt's stream, I got the 2 sets of princess designer pins today. Cool. Gosh, I really want to get back into pins. It's been a long time. We're not into pins like y'all were into pins. We did all, we just, you know, do some light trading. But it would be fun. I think Alex is at a really good age for pin trading. So I think it's something I might look into maybe starting that with him next year, beginning of next year. After the holidays. I don't have time to go through all our pins now to see what to trade, but yeah. What are Disney pins? Yeah, Megan, she has no idea what Disney pins are, or The Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, no idea who Jack and Sally is. Our Disney Adventures says, my sister has a Beauty and the Beast and Winnie the Pooh and Aladdin puzzle. That is so cool. I love the Beauty and the Beast one. It's awesome. We have that, and I forget what else. Sleeping Beauty, I think. And the Winnie the Pooh one's really cool. Oh, and the Mickey with the sorcerer. Happiness and Sweet Tea is the puzzle lady around here. If y'all haven't checked her out, you should check her out. She has all sorts of awesome puzzles. Is The Nightmare Before Christmas a puzzle too? That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Good thing I was an angel kid. Huh. Interesting. I kind of totally believe that. Stacy says, I've been getting the Disney Thomas Kincaid calendars for like the last 5 years. November now is Beauty and the Beast. Yes, Stacy, totally. I love the Thomas Kincaid calendars. They're so fun. We usually get them every year. We didn't the last one. We couldn't find it in time. But yeah, I love those calendars are the bomb, because then you get to see it every day. Especially when I used to work in an office, I think I had like the Disney movies calendar, but it was like 365 days, you know, one of those that like sit on your desk. Those were cool because it had like Disney quotes on it. I love that. It was really cool. That's where my love for Disney quotes came from, if you didn't know. But I'm listening to y'all. I started a heroes and villains section instead of the Disney quotes section, so we'll, you know, put that on the back burner for now. But for real, you guys are awesome parents. Alex and Gabby are so lucky. Aw, thanks, Megan. I really appreciate that. Now I need to invest in some calendars. Yes, you do. You definitely need some Disney calendars, human person. In fact, we may have to find them discounted somewhere and put them as trivia or Jeopardy prizes one day. I seriously love those, and the paintings. I need to invest in pins. They sound fun. What even are pins? You need to invest in them. Oh my gosh, that's funny. You know who really should invest in pins? Like, I think the Fiascos. I think Corey Fiasco and Haley, they should really invest in some pins over there. I get mine from Walmart. They're cheaper there. Oh, good idea. I don't think I've checked Walmart. I had no idea they were there. I have to give it a try. We usually go to the mall, and there's like we have a calendar and game store at the mall that opens up this time of the year and closes like around February. That has all the things that you would get for like Christmas. But that's usually where we get it. Disney pins are magic. They are so much fun to have on your hat, clothes, and t-shirts. Our Disney adventures. Yes, I totally agree. Disney pins are amazing. It's an added magical experience to Disney, honestly. I love it. Mickey's Magic is a huge pin lady. Definitely check her channel out if you have not. If you love Disney pins, you will enjoy her videos for sure, thoroughly. I think Corey would love pins, says Stacy. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Now that Corey's moving near that pin store, he said, I have the hookup now. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I can't add sarcasm to my text here. I know. I know. I usually have to put sarcasm like in parentheses. I only have 2 pins. Arjan, stop. Are you serious, Arjan? You know, I totally believe you, because the amount of first rides that you've experienced in the last couple months have been astonishing to me. We all need to make a video about it. Stacy Rogers, 1 year I got my calendar from Sam's Club. It was even cheaper there, but that was the only year I saw it there. Last year I got a daily calendar from BJ's that is Disney Kincaid. What? No, you didn't mean daily. Did you mean daily? Are you sure? You said last year I got a daily calendar from BJ's that is Disney Kincaid. Are you sure? I need to know. I'm gonna wait until you respond. I've never seen a daily Disney Kincaid calendar. That's amazing. Okay. I wish there was a sarcasm font. Yes. Hold on, I'm going to look at it. Oh, nice, Stacy. Yes, we totally need a sarcasm font. That would be awesome. BR Fam says, yes, we collect Disney pins in our family. The way we do it is we ain't allowed to pick our own. We pick them for each other. Oh, that's such a cool way to do it, Joey. I love that. I love it, because then, like, you're really trying to be thoughtful about the people in your group, and it's kind of like a whole nother experience, really. That's fun. That's really cool. I like that. Human person, are there any people at Walt Disney World who wear vests filled with pins just hanging around at the parks? Yes, human person. Totally. There are plenty of those at Walt Disney World. They look pretty awesome, decked out in their gear. And some people even have them like on their hats and stuff. But it's pretty yeah, entertaining to see. I've never been bold enough to like stop them and look at their vest, but I always want to, but I never have. What do we got? Mickey's Arjan has never ridden 7 Dwarves. I am not surprised whatsoever by that news. Knowing Arjan's now, I am shocked when he tells me that he's ridden something for the first time, or he's never ridden something. I remember when he rode Frozen Ever After first time. Well, I gotta get you there though. I've never ridden Frozen Ever After, and honestly, it might be a while before I do. And Slinky Dog, I still haven't ridden it, and it might be a long while before I get onto Slinky Dog, because the lines for that is ridiculous. So I can kind of get it, Arjan's being a local. I get how you just go through the parks and don't do the long line ones. But yeah. Let's see. It looks like a daily planner, but it's called the Disney Dreams Collection Original Art by Thomas Kincaid. It's more of a weekly calendar. Still, Stacy, that's awesome. I've never seen that before. A weekly Thomas Kincaid Disney calendar? My mind is blown. That's so cool. I loved their monthly calendars. That's all I've ever seen in the stores, but I didn't know there was a weekly one. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. You win the night for that one. D, we need to get you on Frozen. Yes, I know. I've never been. Miguel went on it not too long ago, sometime in the summer, I think, for the first time in forever. Joey. Yes, we picked them according to either characters that remind them of us or our experience during that trip. This past one trip, I was grumpy because it was crowded, so they got me a grumpy pin. That's hilarious. I mean, it's hard not to be grumpy sometimes, especially when it's hot and crowded. It's, yeah, not too fun, not too much fun. Last year was the first time I saw it. If I find it again this year, I'll let you know. Yes, let me know. That'd be so awesome, Stacy. That would make my 2019 The pin had grumpy, it said on it. I'm not grumpy, there's just too many happy people around me. That's very true, especially if you're at Disney. That's awesome. I love it. That's very cool. I love that little tradition your family has. It's awesome. How perfect indeed. Yes, he went on the live stream. I missed it. But yeah, that's really cool. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream now. That way it doesn't get too long. OMG, I was just looking through it and I find a picture with Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Wow, no way. Like the character hiding in the picture? Is that what you're talking about? Oh man, I love Thomas Kincaid. My sister-in-law has like all the puzzles that she made and then put them on her house. It was so cool. Hung them up. Put them on, hung them up. Glad I was able to be here and make it. Yeah, thank you so much, Joey. It was great seeing you guys. Thank you everyone that was here and stuck with me through it. I really appreciate it. No, they are standing in the middle of a Kincaid scene. Wow, that's so cool. Stacy, you found them. So happy I got to catch you live. Have a great night, Dee. Say hi to Miguel. Real awesome stream. Awesome. Yes, I will definitely say hi to Miguel. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are going to be coming back for Disney Talk Tuesdays every Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every week now. So there are pictures I've never seen before. Yeah, that's awesome, Stacy. That's so exciting. I would love to be able to just check that out sometime. I'm gonna have to go Amazon it now. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to my story. Really appreciate it. Have a great evening, everyone, and have a magical rest of your week. Bye, guys.